Hello my beautiful bunnies and happy 2018. I hope you guys are enjoying your year so far. So far this year has been bringing people together, bringing people love, bringing people change, and bringing people sacrifices. And speaking of sacrifices, I'm going to be doing a special segment that you'll see in a second, and it's basically cooking with Sniffles. I haven't made a jingle for it yet, so you guys gotta wait, but reason why I'm doing this, so I decided to come up with something different, something just besides baking, because I haven't baked in a while and I think this is something completely new to me and something that I've grown a passion for. 2 months ago I was diagnosed with acid reflux because I started noticing a lot of warm sensation in my throat, my chest and all that, and wasn't very comfortable. It made my stomach unhappy. I had to give up a couple of things, including spicy food. So RIP spicy food in my system. You will forever be in my heart. All my time dealing with acid reflux, I've decided to start cooking more and actually make loopholes of certain recipes that some people can have but some people can't have. So for example, for me, I can't have garlic and onions. Crazy, right? It's just the way it is. It is what it is. On behalf of this video, I wanted to show everyone who has acid reflux, who are dealing with these kinds of situations and aren't sure how to go about certain recipes that they have to, besides getting bland food and stuff, there's always a loophole to certain recipes. So I'm going to show you guys 3 recipes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I hope this helps everyone who goes through this situation out, and may these recipes bring you a more happy and healthy lifestyle. So without further ado, here's Cooking with Sniffles, and we're just going to start with breakfast, shall we?
So, it's morning time and you're just getting up, so you seem pretty exhausted. I feel like you don't want to do too much this morning. You want to make something simple, yet not too much ingredients. Have you ever just thought about making pancakes? Not just any kind of pancakes. Mixing pancakes with bananas? So let me show you how. So, you'll obviously need your banana and your ground cinnamon. So the first thing you're going to do is, of course, peel your banana, place it in a bowl, and then what you're going to start doing is using the fork to puree it as much as you can. And then the next thing you're going to do is get your egg, crack it, and pour it into the puree. Now, if you're making it for more than one person, then add more bananas and add 2 or 3 more eggs. If you aren't a cinnamon fan, that's fine. Just put a little bit or put whatever flavors you want. But I love cinnamon a lot, so I'm just gonna put lots and lots of cinnamon because I literally am obsessed with cinnamon. And of course, don't forget the vanilla extract to add some vanilla flavor into your house. And if that doesn't help, you can just totally grab a whisk to make it a little more easier. Once everything is mixed together, spray your frying pan all around with a pan or butter, whatever works for you. Now put your stove into low medium, and then what you're going to do is apply the batter, and you're going to put 2 pancakes in there separately. If you want to put a whole one, put a whole one. But for me, I find that a little easier for me to have 2 at the time. Then give it a couple of seconds or a minute or so for it to be ready. But be very careful because there's no flour in this. You are more likely to break apart your pancakes. So be very gentle with these pancakes. Now, once your pancakes are done cooking like a good looking pancake, you're going to place it on a plate and serve.
And there we have it, my famous BananCakes. Now these are good because it's just banana, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. It doesn't really cause any kind of acid reflux whatsoever, so this is the perfect thing to enjoy. So let's take a little bite real fast. And apparently it's vegan, so vegan pancakes. You're welcome. So now we come to the highlight of my favorite time of the day, lunchtime. I know that you're not supposed to necessarily have red meat or anything like that when it comes to acid reflux, but I was able to make it work by making something interesting called baked burgers. So, I'm a big burger fan, as you know, so why not make it very interesting? So So let me show you how it's done.
So for these burgers, what you're gonna do is spray around your pan. And then the next thing you're gonna do is put your mixtures in to season your burgers. Once you have your seasoning together, what you're gonna do is apply it on top of the burgers. What I like to do to add a little salt into it, I just put a small stick of butter. You don't have to do that. You can put your salt in. I prefer just not putting salt inside my ingredients. Just put your oven on and put it up to 350 or 400 for the oven and leave it there for 40 minutes. And don't forget to turn after 20 minutes. Once your burgers are deliciously cooked, you're going to take it out of the pan, let it cool a little, and start applying your toppings.
And there you have it, guys, my baked burgers. Now, I did a little replacement where besides ketchup, I put avocado and put some cheese in it to make it a little more interesting and everything. With some spinach, because why not, right? And give you guys my honest opinion. But let's be honest, I love burgers, so. The thing about baking burgers is that it's juicier, believe it or not. So skip the frying pan and go straight to the oven. Promise you, you won't be disappointed. Now I'm excited for dinner. Okay, so now it's dinner time. So that means it's time to make something a little simple, a little less complicated, and doesn't take too much time. I'm gonna be making a special kind of pasta. So let me show you how I do that.
So the first thing you're gonna do to make my famous AvoPasta, you're going to put 2.5 cups of water into your pot and put your stove to medium. And what I usually do, besides adding salt, I put a piece of butter. And what you're gonna do is just wait for the water to boil. Once it's done boiling, then you're going to apply your pasta. And leave the pasta in there until it's tender or whatever you feel the texture should be for yourself. I prefer to leave it for about 15 minutes so that way it's chewier.
So while the pasta is cooling off for the time being, I'm gonna show you a special sauce that I'm going to be using for the pasta. The first thing I'm gonna do is put an avocado in here. So that's 1 avocado. And then I have more avocados to spare. So how I'm gonna go about this is I'm gonna start by blending this first because obviously there's a lot in there, there's a lot going on. And we're going to blend this. So to complete this process, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil. So that way it creates that thickness. But I love this thing. I love that my friends got this and I should have asked, where the French toast did you guys get this? But put some pepper. And you turn here for some sea salt. What I'm gonna do, because I was kind of inspired with How I Met Your Mother, so I decided to put some almonds in there. Just, you know, don't know why, but I'm gonna find out why because it's my first time putting almonds inside my recipe. So we put some almond milk in it, vanilla. It's probably, believe it or not, it doesn't taste bad. But I almost forgot the most important thing, spinach. So let's dip that in. So now that the pasta has cooled off, we're going to apply it all in here. It's probably gonna get real messy, so just be careful. Apply my sauce. I'm just going to, there we go. Look at that consistency. Oh my God. Mix it all up. There you have it, my AvoPasta. So I'm just going to try it out and see how it tastes. Garnished it with some almonds, Parmesan cheese, and some spinach. So, bon appetit. This is amazing. Oh my god. I am up crazy for this. Wow. Alright guys, I gave you all 3 ingredients from breakfast, lunch to dinner. I hope this helped you out, and hopefully you don't get any acid reflux episode or anything like that. And there's always time to switch it up and everything, but I really hope this helps, and I wish you guys the best of luck on your acid reflux recipe journey. So thank you for watching this delicious episode of Sniffles Blog. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'm going to continue eating this. So later, Gator.